The title of this training series is It Ain't Easy. Today we want to talk about tip attacks. So in real time, tip attacks are not difficult for officials per se. The challenge is the sudden nature in which they happen and what could result in the aftermath. If an attacker bends their wrist prior to an attack or allows the ball to get to the top of their hand and fingers prior to an attack, then usually a tip attack is coming. We will enhance these still images later in this training video presentation. So, some examples of tip attacks, as you may see in the first image of our match of Arkansas and Kentucky, where we have a ball that is allowed to come to the top of the hand and fingers with a slight bend of the wrist. In our second image, which is a match between Louisville and the University of Kentucky, again, we have the ball at the top of the hand and fingers, and sometimes it's even accompanied by a slight bend of the wrist. Tip attacks in general fall into one of two categories. They're either planned purposely by our attacker to punish early blocking action and expose the middle of the defense, usually between the front and back row players somewhere around the 10-foot or attack line. Or it may be unplanned and the tip attack may be a result of a tight or bad pass or set. So, in cases where we have early blocking action prior to an attack, our attacker may purposely attack the ball using the tip attack. What they want to do is they want to expose the area that we have circled here in the defense, usually between the front row players, the blockers, and the back row players behind the attack line to expose the attack line area in the defense, usually the middle of the defense. And as we just described, tip attacks are usually targeting the areas just in front or behind the attack line. And they will often result in these type of plays, pancake plays. In this still image taken from our Arkansas Kentucky match, you can see that we have early blocking action. So our attacker purposely allows the ball to go to the top of her hands for a tip attack or off speed attack to punish the early blocking action and expose the huge gap in the middle of the defense. In this still image taken from our Arkansas Kentucky match, you can see that we have early blocking action. So our attacker purposely allows the ball to go to the top of her hands for a tip attack or off speed attack to punish the early blocking action and expose the huge gap in the middle of the defense. In this still image taken from our Arkansas Kentucky match, you can see that we have early blocking action. So our attacker purposely allows the ball to go to the top of her hands for a tip attack or off speed attack to punish the early blocking action and expose the huge gap in the middle of the defense. Different match, same principle. This time taken from the Louisville, Kentucky match, we have early blocking action by Louisville. So our attacker from Kentucky allows the ball to get beyond the top of her hand and fingers to punish this early blocking action and expose the middle of the defense on Louisville's left side of the court. With tip attacks often lend themselves to the possibility following the attacks are usually these type of plays, pancake plays. And we have talked about pancake plays in a prior presentation. And we know the result and the difficulty in officiating pancake plays. So anytime we have a tip attack, we must always be on guard for the possibility of pancake plays. In this particular training presentation exclusively on YouTube, we will look at a variety of tip attacks and what they result in.